Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back. We're going to be finishing up the last section of chapter 4 in St. Germain, Earth's Birth Changes, channeled through Azina Ramanda. And I just want to say that my son and my husband are wrestling in the living room, and they might get a little bit loud. So I apologize if it does get loud in my background. And I hope that doesn't take away from me reading to you. So in this section, we stopped on... Let's see, we're on chapter 4, talking about harmonic convergence. And we spoke on a topic titled A Time for Celebration. And now in this last section, we're going to be talking about the alignment. The harmonic convergence is a splendid, glorious understanding of the convergence of humanity into God. You have mirrors before you over and over again. Ye, even before the understanding of the convergence becomes part of your conscious awareness. What you will become aware of will be the aligner, the tuner, the balancer, as it were, of discordant experience brought forth, the grand understanding called human. If you would desire to tickle yourself with the feathers of your experiences, go forth with buoyancy. Float upon the waters of life as they come streaming forth unto you. That is what is meant by go with the flow. That is what is meant by allowing all that is to be in jubilance and bubbling effervescence, letting the flow of life come forth as the babble of the brook. Its joyous expression of going forth over the rocks, around them, dancing as it were, and not fretting about the rock itself. Now, the tone, the notes within your embodiment. As they force themselves from the seals in your circuit, they will also come into the converging point of your instrument or pineal gland. The celestial instrument that is indeed the connector, the communicator, the corridor from the all that is, unto the three-dimensional experience that is transition into fourth. The relationship of the notes, the scales of the music, and the relationship of the frequencies emitted by your seals will also come into an understanding with one another. Your seals will call forth the manifestation and assimilation of experiences for them to resonate with, to align them, to balance, to embrace them with love unconditional. That phrase, unconditional love, has a lot of exercise in your time, but people do not understand what it means. The essence is that entities speak them by word, not by understanding. Now, when your embodiment was in the womb, surrounded by the waters of life of your mother, your heart was in development and had wing-like fixtures, appendages upon either side, very much like a flying heart. From this developed the fingers upon your arms and your hands, as it were. Indeed, your arms and hands grew from your heart. That is what is meant by embracing, allowing the extension to bring forth recountenance with your soul through your heart. Many of you going about hugging one another. That is when you embrace. A hug, a roundabout way of expressing affection. But do you know when you make the heart-to-heart connection, you are allowing the union of your embryonic understanding yet again? That is love. If you do so from the apex of love, all that is, then you reharmonize with all entities, even those you would consider to be discordant. And you are allowing the flow of this tone to come through you unto all your seals. So an embrace is a very, very powerful posture. It is an attitude of latitude, a posture of power. Indeed, ultimate vulnerability is ultimate power. When you bare your heart, that is knowing of ultimate power, for that is the posture of no fear of anything. As you express in a hug, you are one and yet separate, unique but in oneness with all that is. You indeed become merged with humanity through this expression of symbolic understanding of love. Go forth and kiss the morn. Do you know that life kisses you on both cheeks as it dances merrily through the day of your experience? It laughs, heartily it does. The kiss, go forth and give it to an entity that does not expect it. That is a harmonizing agent, a tonic indeed. They ask you why for, and you can say, it is because I love you. That is what all entities upon the earth plane will be doing to bring forth peace upon the land. The harmonic convergence is not only of this world, it is multiversal, more than universal, beyond the systems, the galactic understanding. A kiss indeed is an anatomical juxtaposition of two muscles in the state of convergence. Exercise this state quite a bit and you will find your life to be in a harmonious state. Now to music. You understand many different forms or fashions of it. You have different representations of the tones in their different characteristics of frequencies on this plane, and you resonate to it by identification of your own resonance. In other words, if you desire Western music, you resonate to physical rhythm. Physical rhythm, the essence of the vibrations, is experienced through physicality. Melody, Eastern music, likened unto the sitar, is free-flowing. It has a free-flowing rhythm and not a form rhythm. Therefore, it is attuned to the frequencies of non-physical experience. As you merge the two, the physical and the non-physical essences merge, which indeed will afford the merging of the cultures, and all the cultures represents. You will then understand the uniqueness and beauty and splendor of all that is different than you, and you will bless it in its uniqueness as a different part of God I Am. You will not come to recognize one particular flavor of the earth plane to be likened unto you, but all of them. You will identify life with all that is as God. Now, this opening in opportunity that you have termed the harmonic convergence is not a point in time. Jeshua has said the time for the harvest is now, and this is always the case. The time for harvest is always of your now. The convergence is merely the apex point of the energies as a communicator or a connector, as it were, a corridor unto all that is. Each moment coming unto you as a new moment of joy is another convergence. Each moment, each now. If you miss it, it is not a thing that is missed. It is merely the non-perception of that moment. But indeed, it may become a perception in this moment. So do not feel as though you have to catch a train. It is not a searching for if you search for it and go unto the mountains to communicate with God, you will never have awareness of it, for it is there. And it says, pointing to the heart. My dear brethren, it is not there. All that is there is merely the reflection of what is already here. All you need to do is perceive and become aware that it is you, expressing through you, through your experience of life. By searching to communicate with God in your meditation, you are getting hence from life, or humanity as it is experienced in third density. You do not understand that God is everywhere about you, and you are in constant communication with it at all times. Once you become aware of that, you have converged. Attune to each aspect of God through the blossom, through the fragrance of the stew pot on your stove, through all of life as it is enhancing you, and you will understand the converging more and more. You will understand the blossoming of you. The garden of God will be perceived. You will experience feelings, emotions you know not from whence they came. That is because they are converging. Your soul essence is enhancing your knowingness. Therefore, you capture and embrace the emotion contained within it, even though you do not have outward recognition why for this is. You are becoming enlightened of yourself and your experiences. You may compress or inhibit emotion, and you will find yourself in situations of indigestion. Then you are not allowing the flow of it through your soul essence. Therefore, you will find yourself upon the hot seat in many situations, in very discordant circumstances. But this is all right, for as you recognize the beauty of what is before you, the converging will occur more and more within your own essence, and you become a reflection of all the other aspects of God I Am, of humanity. As you embrace them, humanity, they perceive their own essence by their reflection of your harmonics and your knowingness. Now, the notes and tremors within your being, within your seals, will come into balance and harmony of themselves. The seals will make themselves known unto you. You will become choked up, as it were, congested of the digestive system, or out of breath at times, frustrated of the belly, the solar plexus. That is what you call the 12 days of preparation that are coming unto you. When the balance of these emotions occurs, your soul will pour forth. Let the river of tears stream forth upon the softness of your cheek. Do not bring stoppage unto it. Do not dam it up. Let it flow. You are the conduit. You are the harmonizing agent. You indeed are the harmonic convergence. As this occurs, do not judge yourself. Many of you have sore faces with lines of the coarse cloth of judgment. This convergence you may perceive beyond the cloth. Do not judge. Do not be in judgment of your brethren or yourself, but perceive the beauty and the splendor of the dawn, of the dusk, and your brethren as the sunset and the sunrise. And ye perceive even yourself as this. You are the jewel of the universe, the treasure chest of life. It is filled with the jewels of life, but you do not perceive yourself as the pearls and the emeralds, and indeed the amethyst of all that is. When the grand creative essence came forth to create the universe in harmony, it extended its essence into the great abyss of emptiness and brought forth this treasure chest, and allowed infinite fantasy to stream forth from its fingers. It spewed forth its galaxies, its constellations, its planetary understandings. Indeed, its endless universes. They hung like chandeliers in the heavens garnished with stardust, and they all danced to the music of the spheres. Indeed, this is harmonic creation. You are all searching and seeking for the quest of creation to recreate your life. Understand the quest of creation as the bequest of Christus. That is what it is, bequesting Christus upon everything that exists. You need not recreate it. It already is. You only need to perceive its essence as beauty and isness of all that is. All that is need not be attuned to your particular feeling of how it should be, for this is judgment, and your judgment will always be mirrored back unto you. Allow it to be without judgment, and you are allowing the convergence. Laughter is a grand lifter when there are discordant circumstances about you. Laugh heartily until your belly bounces. It will realign all that is. It will indeed harmonize the chakras. Do you know your verbiage is indeed harmonic in and of itself? It is melodic. It has rhythm and meter. It will spring as music from the soul if it is enhanced with the love of your soul, for that raises it and the discordant circumstances you perceive in your life to higher frequencies, to transcend space and time. When you embrace discordance, the vibrations will pour forth, so that you do not perceive it as a barrier, but as an opportunity. Through the harmonics of laughter and of sound, your communication will come forth assuaged, soothed, as it were. Not rugged, jagged, frustrated, abrupt, and brief, for the sound may be silent. Harmonics do not have to be spoken. They are. They already exist in vibration without speaking them. Merely a sigh is the harmonic vibration. When you sigh, is it silent or is it a coo? If it is a coo, it is the soothing sound of the soul communicating unto the universe. A sigh is an emotional release. Many of you perceive yourselves as checked, in rein and restraint, not allowing your soul to express through the vibration called sound. The non-allowance of this is the frustration of your tears. You do not allow yourself to cry. Weep forth. You do not express the sound of the soul during your sexual merging experience in physicality. You do not say I love you to a bedraggled gentleman in a park or to a child who is in wonderment of a flower. You do not love the entities who are of argumentative nature with you, or when they are giving forth their grievances unto you. How do you conceive of turning this world into heaven on earth if you permit yourself to participate in further discordance? I just want to do a little side note here and say that I do something called somatic yoga, and during somatic yoga, making sounds is a really big part of it. So sighing, yawning, making like more forceful breath is definitely part of it, because it is also a way for your body to expel energy, to get rid of things, and to move energy around. So you get a lot of that, and you do feel kind of silly, but I will tell you what, you feel really good after. So I definitely understand what he's talking about with the sigh and the coo and the things that you do that are a release for your body and your soul. Embrace the discordance, allow it to be in love, and simply turn to the other entity and say, I love you. This will be a grand tonic. Indeed, until it penetrates into their conscious awareness, continue stating this. And not only state it, respond in all fashions through love. Through embracing, go forth unto an entity who does not expect it and embrace them. Now, frustration is the divergence of polarities so that they may converge in your time in superconsciousness. Polarization will continue to be of emphatic representation, of unlimited knowingness and understanding, and limited knowingness and understanding called dogmatic, ritualistic, regulatory. All of this, allow it. Allow it. Allow it to be known as merely a different aspect of God I am. Give reverence unto it. Be jubilant for its expression, for in this jubilation you are raising the vibration of it. Let it go forth into the convergence point of superconsciousness, so that harmoniously you may embrace one another when the ripeness of time is at hand. This that you are experiencing has been known as the War of Armageddon, the war of the different aspects of you, the alter ego and the divine ego coming forth to encounter one another. Do you know how to harmonize it? Cease weaponry and warlike attitudes, argumentative nature, cease separation. Allow the merging to occur, the blending. Blend with ladles of love. Give forth lavishly your love unto the universe. Spill forth your love into the galaxies unseen. You are a conduit. You are a supply of love and God I am that comes forth endlessly, eternally, non-ceasingly. You shall not run out. As the river of life spills through you into the universe, you are a fountain. Bubble happily. Happily is buoyantly, floating upon the water, bobbing as it were, not sinking because of heaviness. Happy. This is a peculiar sensation when you are busy being. It is a choice of every moment, a tickling of the soul of every moment. You have understood humor from time to time in an understanding of black comedy. This is a question he's posing. This is all right, but this is of a Piscean age, and the blending of all comedy, of all humor and laughter into the divine knowingness of God I am will enable you to flow buoyantly through your life. That will be your life jacket. You may place upon it your breast anytime you wish. Reverberate the resonance of joy. Dance is movement of joy, expression of the God I am, through joy, through the divine creative essence within you. Humor is the state of the art of God. Be within the art of God. Every moment, God is you. God is not here, is not upon a mountain, not even within a sunset, but is all of the above, including you. Behold God, that is the universe. How else do you think peace will accomplish itself upon the earth plane if you do not behold all as God? Wisdom is not what you learn and remember from a grand mirror. It is that which you do not forget from your own knowingness. It is not that which you remember. It is that which you cannot forget. For you perceive it over and over again in every moment of your time. In every experience of your life, you perceive the wisdom of it, the beauteous gemstones, the necklace of life upon your breast. String your pearls of wisdom. Allow them to be as they are, in non-judgment, joyous, unconditional love. Listen and hear the brook of life. Hear it singing to you. All you need to do is heed the vibration and know its beauty and resonance. Resonance is non-physical. Do you know that tone can coagulate energy into matter? Merely a tone, for it releases energy similar to atomic energy. Your scientists are on the verge of understanding how matter can coagulate simply through the energy from a tone that is ultrasonic in frequency. You can do this also. That is how you manifest. That is how you create your manifestation. You can precipitate something from apparently nothing by divine thought energy, for that is the vibration. Free yourself from the fetters of limitation. Be unlimited. You need not restraint or restrictions. Unlimited knowingness is to be brought forth unto the earth. Who is to bring it forth if not you? Who indeed is to unlimit, unrestrain the entities of the slavery they impose upon themselves, if not you? You have desired to be the bearer of light unto the earth, have you not? Then do so through your grand example, through your illustration of unlimited knowingness, through which the others may perceive, may experience the grandeur of unlimitedness. They will cast away their clock face eventually, but with much frustration, they cling to it for a time. The harmonics of third density are so slow when perceived from the perspective of all that is, that they intertwine and intermingle themselves into the tapestry which you perceive as solidity. It is a beautiful mural indeed, a tapestry of humanity that cannot be understood through the mere perception of the physical apparatus, for it is beyond that. Its beauty is only perceived when you understand the wholeness of it, not by gazing upon one thread. Many of you are entrenched in habit. Grand slave driver you call time. That is a grand habit of third density. The habit may be likened unto a cable. All the threads are practiced and perceived every moment of your time, until its strength becomes quite binding unto you. Free yourself from these fetters. Be unlimited. You are in the rut and participate in its narrowness. But you know, a moment encompasses an eternity. You may transcend third density, time and space as you transcend the heaviness of mass consciousness. Enlighten the world, illumine the world. Free it of the heaviness. Float to the top buoyantly, transcending restraints, limitation, restrictions, and regulations of others. Respect and allow them to be understood as divine, but do not perceive yourselves as being restrained simply because they are, for that is their choosing, not necessarily yours, until you choose it too, and that is also divine. Now, freedom is the converging of non-freedom and freedom. It is bringing forth third density and unlimitedness, that is, forth and beyond. Go upon the mountain and perceive the valley. You may see it. If you desire to see and perceive the mountain, go into the cloud. But if you desire to understand the valley, the mountain, and the cloud, be them. Converge them in your knowingness, without judgment, without separation. Therefore, you embrace your restrictions and your regulations as divine, without heaviness. One more page left. This is what the convergence is all about, and why at times it begins to be a congestion in the belly, because you are unaccustomed to it. It is unknown to you. But indeed, allow the unknown to be brought forth into the known and into the light. Understand what you have not understood before. It is the grand opportunity for you to become aware of the darkness and enlighten it. Be not afraid of it. Be not in trepidation of it, but embrace it and enlighten it. There may be much love upon the earth plane only if you allow it to be. The warlords shall be dethroned, and peace and harmony is indeed upon the horizon. The heart can be very much likened unto the beat of a drum. The throbbing of the heart and the beating of a drum are very similar resonances. Understand the beating of a drum as you rock yourself in emotion, the to and fro, the swaying as it were. This is the manner with which you may harmonize frustration. Rock yourself. Hear the beat, the throb, the pulsation, the frequency as it resonates through you. When you have the heaviness of the day, go into the time of knowingness, a moment of joy, and experience the movement of sound and motion of the body, and you will harmonize it through unconditional love. It comes natural to mothers. That is how they assuage their siblings. It is a natural state of being. By pursuing the convergence, you will not perceive it. Convergence is a natural state of being. It need not be perceived. Allow it to be your own essence. From dust you came, and to dust ye shall return. That is third density knowingness. That is indeed a truth, but you may know beyond this. The convergence of all the elements of your life into oneness. The convergence of all the relationships in your life into oneness shall be the understanding of harmonious knowingness from now unto eternity. It is not only a now moment, it is every ensuing now moment. As you contemplate yourself, contemplate what be convergence. It is the coming together and merging, a blending as it were, a harmonizing of all the seasons, of all the different elements of life into the stew pot of you. The stream of life flows forever. Jump in with both feet. Swim within it, likened unto a duck. Paddle heartily in it with joy. Joy is a resplendent experience. Joy is a vibration of love and light. But this is of fullness for now. Your vessels are full to the brim. You may partake of it joyously, for this has been a banquet, and you have partaken of what you have chosen. This is always the case. Bask in the flavor of your own knowingness in each moment of your experience. Feast upon yourself and upon one another through the eyes of God. Go bountifully with the cornucopia of tidings of love unto the earth. Feed the earth with your love. Give forth a feast of God, and you shall indeed be giving forth the harmony of the world. You are truly loved. Your grandeur is indescribable. You are likened unto the song of the sea. It does not stop at the shore. It continues its resonance, even through the soul. So does my presentation here unto you. Your song continues even unto the soul that you term I, even when I have departed hence. So I will go forth for now, and I will come yet again before you in another now moment, to partake of your sweetness again. I am always with you, always, even unto the end of time, into timelessness. All you need to do is harmonize with the frequency you term to be I, and I will come to you. My essence will be made known to you, for I am your equal brother, and I love you as a comrade, as a fellow God. Fare thee well for now. Be it one mint, be God, so be it. Namaste. That was just a really uplifting and beautiful message, filled with a lot of information. All right, so that completes chapter 4 of this book. And chapter 5 is titled On the Mountain. And we're going to talk about, it looks like a variety of things, super consciousness, the flame of freedom. If you are not familiar too much with St. Germain, he is the ascended master of freedom and justice. And so I like that I see flame of freedom in here as one of the things we're going to talk about. And chapter 5 itself is not very big, but I'm very excited because we're going to talk about chapter 6, the Mayan calendar, and other topics. So I'm wondering if we're going to have another question and answer section. I really, really enjoy those. It doesn't look like that one, but chapter 7, we're doing questions and answers. So we're going to talk about mantras and meditation. We're going to talk about auras, on karma, on things that people are becoming more and more aware of these days as they seek less superficial and more authenticity and more self-awareness and more personal growth. So we'll stop right there and we'll pick up on chapter 5 titled On the Mountain in our next video. So until next time, as always, please take care of yourself. Please take care of those around you. I will see you again very soon for Chapter 5 in Earth's Birth Changes St. Germain. Take care. Bye-bye.